Hi, I'm Pastor Richard Demsick. I'm the missionary pastor at 923. 923 is this new community of faith in Vero Beach, if you're in the area and want to check us out. But we want to do church differently. We want to do church in a way that shows that you can come just as you are. We're going to love you, we're going to accept you, and that we're going to try to live as best we can. And we're still learning and growing in this process. But we want to live as best we can, like Jesus did. We want to follow the example of Jesus. So what we're doing is we're taking the rich heritage that we have of the last 2,000 years of Christianity and breaking it down into fundamental truths that we can apply in a practical way that'll actually make our lives better. That when we end our services, we have something to do, that we can love other people in a new way, that we can give back to the community. And these are our values, and we're growing, and we'd love to have you be part of the conversation if you wanted to come. But we are also a ministry of Christ Church, which is an Anglican church, and because of that we have something called a liturgical calendar. I know that sounds weird, but it's actually something we're pretty familiar with because we all have a seasonal tradition in our society, which is we have Christmas and Easter season, and maybe we only celebrate it in the sense of we see all the merchandise and we're annoyed by all the signs and everything of that season. Maybe it's not a special day for you, but you understand that there's a Christmas season that you're expecting to see that merchandise. You also have a Halloween season where you see all the Halloween merchandise. It's kind of one of the creepier seasons of the year. But this is the kind of thing that we do in a Christian way. We do it where we look at something Jesus said throughout the year. And every week we have something different that we focus on that Jesus said or did. And this is not just us. It's not just the Anglicans that are weird. It's the Catholics, it's the Presbyterians, the Lutherans, and even some of the Catholic chapels. So we know it's cool. But either way, they all celebrate a different thing that Jesus did. And this Sunday, so you know what we're going to talk about this Sunday, we're going to talk about something in Matthew 20, 1 through 16. And it's a story that Jesus told where there's this guy who's an owner of a business, and he's looking for people to employ. And he starts at the beginning of the day, and he negotiates with them a fair salary. And as he goes throughout the day, he keeps hiring more and more people, till even up until the last hour, he hires people. But this time, he doesn't negotiate the salary. And I think it's because people are just so excited to have some kind of work, because they've been sitting around all day long. They thought they weren't going to work that day. And so they're so excited to get the job that they didn't even say, hey, you pay me what you can. I'm just going to work. Well, they worked for 1 hour, and the time came to pay, and he actually paid the last first. When he paid the last first, he paid them a whole day's salary. The people that had worked a whole day felt this was unfair. And objectively, it is unfair. Objectively, it's unfair, but not in the negative way, because you're looking at something someone else has. If you look at yourself in the position of the generous person, right, the person that received generosity, you realize unfair can be a good thing. We always think of it in the negative light of something someone else has that they don't deserve, or something bad that I have that I don't deserve. But we neglect all the wonderful things that we have that we don't deserve. I'll give you some examples just to let you know what I'm talking about. Some unfair things in my life. It was unfair for me to be born in a loving family where I have a father and mother that love and care about me. When I was first born, was capable of crying. I was capable of peeing. I was capable of pooping. I was also capable of saying no. That's one thing babies can say immediately, even before they can talk, because they push away everything that they're offered. And that didn't deserve father's love or mother's love, but it was given. I also didn't deserve to be born in America as a country of wealth and a country of opportunity, that I did nothing. Other people died to make this country free, but I didn't do that. I am reaping the benefits of their death. It's also true of my relationship with God. I have a relationship with God not because I did anything great, but because Jesus died for me. And that's incredible, and it's unfair. It's unfair of Jesus to have to die. We don't look at those things, though. We only look at the things that are unfair in a negative way. So I want to kind of flip the script, and I want us to look at what is unfair in our life. What are the things that we have that are beyond what we deserve? The things that are generous. And maybe you don't have a loving parent, and I'm sorry if you don't. Maybe you live in a stupid country like France. Maybe you don't have a relationship with Jesus yet, and that's okay. But there's things in your life, there's air in your lungs, There's things that you can be grateful for and thankful for. And if you look at those things in the next week as you prepare, hopefully to come visit us on Sunday, that'd be great, or some church if you have a church that you're dedicated to. But think about the things that you have in your life that you don't really deserve. And be grateful, be thankful. Because if you live a thankful life, you'll live a life just a little bit more like Jesus did.